Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I picked 3 of the best decks in Clash Royale as of right now, March 2024, and I will be removing the evolutions from the decks to see if those decks actually can perform good without evolutions, or how strongly they rely on them. So, for example, we have this Giant Graveyard deck, which is very good in the meta, very no skill, very easy to play, and just wondering, how much would it affect the deck if we just did something like this and try to play it without evolutions? It's just a test to see how broken. I mean, we know evolutions are broken, but are the broken decks actually broken because of evolutions, or would they be broken anyways? So we will be figuring out this in this video. We have 2 more decks to try out soon. I have a feeling that this deck specifically can work very well even without evolutions, just because of how broken Giant Graveyard in itself is, and how it doesn't really rely only on archers and bats evolutions, but it's also like how good Bowler is in the meta and how Little Prince is good in the meta. It's not only the 2 evolutions, as well as Bats evolution is not like the best one. So it's not like if you don't have it, this deck automatically sucks. Like if you obviously take RG deck and you remove Evo RG from it, it's obviously gonna suck way more. So yeah, that's just what I think about this deck specifically. But I also have a feeling that the decks that we will be playing next rely much more strongly on evolutions compared to this one. I will go for Bats. He has Wizard for some reason. That's not something I'm happy to see. And I think that this graveyard is very much an overcommitment, and we might have lost already, to be honest. Little Prince luckily is quite good. I don't think I need to snowball. It's gonna take 1 more shot. Okay, that's great. Haven't lost yet, but he has a good elixir advantage, and I think we kinda threw there at the start. I was hoping the Wizard wouldn't splash on all the bats and would survive slightly longer, but oh well. Let's go for archers. Here, for example, we would already be having Evo archers next, which would definitely help out in the next push. Splitting Evo archers is definitely a play that makes your opponent have to choose which side to defend, and it's just very, very difficult to deal with both sides at the same time. Now we can't really do that. We have to stick to just classic Giant Graveyard. I'm not really happy about not having Bowler in my hand right now, but maybe, just maybe, we can take him off guard with a Bowler Graveyard push on the right side, go for a Guardian. It's obviously not gonna kill all the barbs, but they are low enough so they actually feel kinda comfortable just going for archers. Okay, he goes for Fog Rider, in which case we can go for that as well. That's so much damage. That was way too much damage, but we also dealt quite a lot of damage and I was not even paying attention. Okay, I mean, that was kind of bad, to be honest. That's rough. Not sure how we can deal with all of that. Specifically now fireballs. Okay, go for Bats, Bowler. That might be over. We are not in fireball range yet. Yep, we can still survive. I have to say, that's not something I was expecting. He pulled that out of nowhere. Like, I was actually kind of certain that we would win this. I mean, I don't think he even played that card until the very, very, very end. Anyways, the first game is gone. I'm surprised I lost that. I should have won that 100%, but oh well, I guess that evolutions could have made a difference here. Evo archers would have helped way more on defense in some points, as well as Evo bats. So, first game, definitely noticeable difference, but still I don't think that's that bad, because now we will be playing the most broken E-Golem deck without Evo skeletons and Evo bats. And here, I think that the difference is even way more noticeable, because this deck relies so strongly on Evo Skeletons being able to split and cover up both lanes. So basically we have E-Golem Nightwitch, 2 Evo Skeletons, and E-Golem Nightwitch and 3 Evo Skeletons, like 2 lanes with Evo Nightwitch and E-Golem. Not sure what this guy is doing. Why? I mean, I don't think that's a good play, man. I really don't think that it is... Can he defend now? Like, can he? That mobility is not gonna help you. He messed up, like, I kind of feel bad for him. What is that? I cannot really see it. Oh, a Mother Witch. That was basically the only thing that could save him. Not even sure if it's gonna save him. Yeah, it's not. Poor guy. Yeah, then Witch is also pretty good here. If he didn't have a Witch and a Mother Witch, this could have been already a 3-crown, but I mean, it works. Gonna go for Pump. He's gonna go for Scalibarrel clone. Clone both the Scalibarrel and the Witch. It's just obvious. He goes for a Lumberjack instead. That's something I was not expecting, for example. He's catching me off guard with this place, man. Like, I gotta give it to him. I need my Rage, possibly. We kinda lost the whole tower. But I mean, maybe it's not that bad. If we go for E-Golem now, is it gonna potentially be the winning play? What? What? Skarmy. Okay, I mean, the deck that this guy's playing, I was not expecting him to have that much elixir, to be fair. Now I don't know how... Fuck. The cards were not placing. Jesus. No, don't spawn. Please hit the Mother Witch, thank you. I'm not giving up on the tower just yet. Not yet. Not yet. I still... No. That Mother Witch, man. That Mother Witch is basically the worst thing that could have happened to us. That's so incredibly bad. Yeah, that's tower down. There is just no way we can defend it. He goes for the most random ability I've ever seen. But sure, go for it. I'm gonna go for Bats. He's just spamming right now. He doesn't even care. Is he gonna clone that? He's indeed gonna clone that. Jesus Christ, what a player. I mean, he's Italian, so I'm not that surprised. Let's go for Elixir Pump. I'm gonna go for Night Witch, Skeletons. Yeah, I mean, if this push is not really that worrying, to be honest. If he clones that, I'm just gonna rage here. Just chilling. Yeah, I think that he lost. He will go for Skarmy, but we can just arrow. Prediction! Great arrow prediction, and that's over. He's gonna play Lumberjack, Witch, but that Golem is taking the tower no matter what, I think. Just making sure before like celebrating too early. Okay, so this deck, as I said, still works. E-Golem just works, but this specific variation of E-Golem without healer, there is just no way you can play it reliably without the 3 evolutions. It's just so incredibly important. It's a quick cycle deck. You play Skeletons and Evo Bats so often thanks to the 3-card cycle with Skeleton King that this deck just feels like it doesn't really work without evolutions, so I wouldn't really advise playing it without, and there are way better decks if you don't have any evolutions, obviously. And the last deck is this Drill deck, which is pretty damn good. It's being played a lot, it's very popular right now. Usually it has Evo Wall Breakers and Evo Bomber. And here again, I feel like this deck is just not the same. It doesn't hit the same without Evo Wall Breakers and Evo Bomber. Evo Bomber in itself is so incredibly broken, only requiring 1 cycle to getting back to the evolution, which doesn't make any sense at all. You basically have Evo Bomber the whole time on the field, and it's so incredibly good with Drill. It's basically the new Drill Magic Archer deck. In the past you would play Drill, and whatever your opponent... I'm happy that the kid survived there. But the stupid little bitch. But yeah, in the past you would play Drill, Magic Archer on whatever your opponents play, and just see the tower getting chipped down. Right now, you don't need a Magic Archer, you have a 2 Elixir Bomber, which deals way more damage, is way more annoying, and yeah, just yeah. This RG is pretty damn easy to defend, maybe 1 hit if we are unlucky, yeah, pretty easy. And Wall Breakers, like the amount of pressure that the Wall Breakers like make on your opponent, they are just so incredibly annoying, and not having them makes actually a huge difference. So again, I actually never played really Evo World Breakers. I can only talk from experience, and experience I mean looking at people play them. They are very, very, very good. Like, just for 2 elixir you have a card that literally forces your opponent to commit way more elixir than what it costs, and yeah, you don't need anything else. I think I misplaced my bomb tower, unless I didn't. Okay, I mean, that's not too bad, I guess. Could have been better, but I'm not complaining. There was an Evo Bomber and an Evo RG there on the field, so could have been much, much, much worse, believe me. Gonna go for Drill here. He's gonna go for a big fella there. Bomber and Little Prince luckily deal with everything pretty nicely. It's the first time I'm playing Little Prince since the nerf, and it's pretty noticeable, gotta say. Kinda the distance of the Guardian is indeed, like, it makes a difference, definitely. Bomber and Fisherman die, which is great. I will go for Bomb Tower, obviously, pretty straightforward. I'll go for Delivery on the Little Prince. It's gonna die very nicely. I'm gonna go for Drill Wall Breakers here. He's gonna go for Bomber, pretty obvious. Why is he playing Mother Witch? That's the most random Mother Witch I've ever seen. I mean, I feel like I should know this deck, I just kinda don't. I'm gonna go for Delivery, just to take care of Little Prince. I'm gonna go for Little Prince myself, as well as Bomber, to take care of his Bomber. That's all I want. I'm gonna go for Goblins now, which are not gonna deal that well with the RG, but good enough. He wasted his Evo Bomber, which allows me to go for this and this. I'm gonna go for Low Bomber, just activate the King Tower. It's probably not gonna matter too much, because he's playing RG, but that's a lot of damage, and I think we're so close to winning that we should actually have won right now. One more Drill or just a Poison or something, and we are basically, it should be over. Please don't. Okay, that's all I wanted. That garbage thing to die. I'm gonna go for Goblins. Not good playing Goblins on a Bomber, I am aware, but there's nothing more I could do, and that's over. Way more stressful than it should have been, and it just feels like an incredibly big disadvantage having to play without evolutions while your opponent is spamming Evo Bombers and Evo RGs and you're just there sitting without evolution. You can still win, the deck is not too bad, it's still reliable, it's still balanced, but having Evo World Breakers would have dealt way more damage over time. It would have, like, forced way more elixir out of our opponent, and the Evo Bomber would have also just had so much more pressure on our opponent with the drills and everything. So yeah, another deck that makes a huge difference. I don't know, I mean, I don't think I'm stating anything that is not obvious already, but evolutions definitely do make differences in decks, but I still think that the most OP decks in the meta right now, like, they are not good only because of evolutions, but also because the cards that are being played in the decks themselves are actually very good. Bowler doesn't have an evolution, but it's still incredibly good in this meta, as well as the Little Prince, the Giant Graveyard combo. This deck wouldn't be good if even the... not sure what the words are here. Like, even if there were no evolutions, this deck would have been still good. I think that's what I wanted to say. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have other decks you would like me to attempt, if you want me to try more decks without, like, you usually have evolutions, and try them without evolutions, also make sure to let me know. For now, I wish you a great day, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.